We're on.
It's on right now?
We're going.
Alright, what's the Q&A? Right now I'm schooling somebody on the net. What's going on?
We got like one little thing of battery left. You gotta get in the shot, man.
Oh, I'm kind of in it.
Yeah.
Alright, we in it. We on. What's up, though? What's going on?
Hey, let's get to these questions. I think we're gonna do 2 parts of this, right? Probably it's part 1.
Probably.
Part 2 tomorrow or something.
Probably, yeah. This one's more so to give y'all a taste and to ask questions that you want answered.
And we just start reading them off?
Yeah, go right into it. I got one question that I just got recently. I don't have any other ones, so you gotta go ahead.
Who's got the best hair? That's the first question.
Come on. Honestly, I don't even have hair no more. So it's
you're disqualified.
I have antennas now, so it's different. It's just a different answer.
Next question.
It's just different. It's just different.
Were you guys close growing up?
No.
Not at all.
Not one bit.
We'll leave it at that.
It's the self-honest truth.
They really hate each other day in and day out. Why do you call yourself Jesus?
Myself calls me Jesus. Alright, I gotta get into it, right? Okay. Alright.
Make it fast and brief. You're on battery.
Self named me Jesus. I don't call myself Jesus. Self is the Christ. It is the anointed one, or God. But Jesus is my body's name. Anyway.
There's that. I guess this goes to you, but I guess it goes to both of us. How do you stay grounded as a spiritual being?
They asked you to ask me that, or ask yourself
I don't know.
that?
It's on there. I think you might ask yourself.
Oh yeah. Shit. Yeah. I mean, you indulge in earthly things. That keeps you grounded. You eat things from here. You drink the water from this place. All that stuff keeps you. It keeps you stuck in a human reality.
Yeah, do grounded things to be grounded. I think that makes sense.
Yeah, earth element.
Why did your brother decide to become a raw vegan, and how has it affected you, Casey, in your relationship?
You go ahead with that then.
Well, why did you decide, I guess?
I didn't decide. I didn't have a choice.
It's funny how it went.
Yeah.
He was a terrible eater in the past.
I was on the other side of the spectrum, and then I got to this side of the spectrum, and now I realize that the spectrum is bullshit, and that there's no point in having any diet, unless you understand that. Alright, I don't want to get too deep into it, but just know that food needs to be put in its...
link to his channel.
Food needs to be put in its place, you know what I mean? Food keeps you human, and... Depending on how human in medicine, depending on how human you want your experience to be, depends on how much food you think you require. So,
how has it affected our relationship? No, it really has. I mean, it's made it better. I think he's helped me in a lot of little ways. Shows me all this new crack from Whole Foods all the time.
Yeah, good. Better crack. You know?
Better crack. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Less stepped on crack.
It's like a learning lesson every time. I don't know. I'm appreciative of it. Not many people have people like you in their life, so.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome, actually. Most people are pretty lost, and they're like, they have no idea, and I have somebody I can just text and be like, why is this happening? And then there's an explanation.
It's funny. So, it's funny how that shit goes.
Yeah. I don't know. It worked out for the best.
If I'd have continued eating the way I was, I would have been a terrible example. I would be dead. I don't think I probably would have had a heart attack by 20.
It was like fast food alley. Who's the better sibling?
To who? To the other sibling?
I don't know.
The only other person that could say that is another sibling.
Yeah. We'd have to get our older brother.
Well, ask one of the parents.
Yeah. I don't know.
She probably better. Track record wise, probably.
I mean, here and there. I'll take it. I don't know.
I might have done good, but I did a lot of bad, so it kind of balanced out. I'm kind of at 0. So if she's at 1, she's winning.
Okay. Let me move over to Twitter, because I was on Instagram. Somebody asked me, well, you got it wrong, kind of, but it's cool, whatever. You said you've been vegan for about 6 months now. Are you enjoying the lifestyle as much as your brother? And I'm not vegan. I'm vegetarian. But people always get those confused.
I know all the time, like they're anywhere near the same thing.
They're nothing alike. I just don't eat meat. Vegan is nothing with a head at all.
No, yeah, nothing that had a nervous system.
Yeah, nothing that
crawl, walks, flies, and none of its milk, and none of its
no animal
zygotes or whatever you want to call eggs. I don't even know.
Yeah, I still eat eggs and things like that. But what were you asking me? Are you enjoying the lifestyle as much? Yeah, I am actually. I feel so much better without meat. I don't miss it at all. Thinking about it makes me really want to throw up.
Yeah, I didn't have a choice in the decision. It was just like, as I got away from it for 3 days, and my body was like, never again.
Yeah, when I think about eating like a steak, I'm like, oh my god, people do that? People eat steak?
I know, but at least like somebody eating a steak is better than somebody eating a burger. It might be 30 cows in a burger.
Yeah, in a burger.
And a burger is just horrible. And steak's still like just cutting off. It's like suffocating yourself, really, eating a steak.
Yeah.
There's no oxygen in that food.
That's how I'm trying to get with all dairy. That's the next cut.
Yeah, dairy. I felt better in within 48 hours of cutting cheese out of my life.
Yeah,
milk was nothing to get out of
milk I don't
mine.
ever have.
Yeah, milk was nothing
It's
but the
just
cheese, man. Cheese.
Like
After I
pizza.
got 48 hours, my lungs felt so much better. I was like, no brainer. No brainer.
Yeah, so that's my next thing is just totally no dairy at all.
Once you experience both sides,
Especially
it's
'cause,
like the decision's easy.
I've had like no dairy for a couple
people-
days and my skin be clear and everything's good. Like
People be like, you don't eat meat? You can't survive without meat? You must not be existing in front of me telling me that you don't eat meat.
That's a whole nother video. Whoa.
Yeah.
The stereotypes of it. It's crazy.
It'll be as strong as an ox, even though oxes don't eat meat.
Do you have any,
Oxen, I mean.
do you have any suggestions for good shampoos?
Alafia, Alaffia. I mess with them every now and again. I don't condition no more, obviously, and I obviously can't wash as often at this point in the stage of my hair. But Alafia, they got some pretty cool stuff, and it's supposedly sustainable. I mean, honestly, if they're gonna go out of their way to lie to me, then it's like they went out of their way to lie to me, and I just ate it and accepted it. So supposedly they're sustainable, and they help people in Africa get bikes so they can get to school. I don't know. They probably shouldn't be going to school anyway. So. I mean, we're probably gonna get indoctrinated with some garbage anyway. You know what I mean?
So, alright.
So I don't know how
Where
to
do you
feel.
get that at?
It's at Whole Foods.
Okay.
Alafia is in there. They got the smaller bottles, a little more expensive, but it's probably better ingredients.
Running along. No.
Okay, all right. What's up? Now what we got?
Hold on. Okay, we're back there. I got one more. This is from YouTube.
Oh, it's Denim and Supply Day. Did you tell them that?
Oh, I didn't tell them that.
It's D's Day.
D's
Day.
Day.
DNS Day.
In case you didn't get the memo. A lot of people didn't get it today.
I guess not, man. Ralph with only 12 stores in the Mid-Atlantic region.
What are you doing, Ralph? The person said, when you've had serious issues with people, what was the most effective way you found to forgive them? Is it possible to forgive people for anything wholeheartedly?
You gotta forgive yourself first. For even letting
Everything
yourself.
starts with self.
Yeah, for even letting yourself, to allow that person to get into your life and to allow them to make yourself vulnerable enough to even have the experience of feeling like how you feel. So you got to forgive yourself for that, and then you can move on. I think that's pretty universal answer for anything. I think that's just that.
Everything.
Yeah, it's the pros and cons of being vulnerable. You got to do it. Got to take the chance. Life's a
I'm
gamble.
not good at it.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, you got to. If it has that kind of con to it got to have a pro to it. High risk, high reward.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Dang.
I didn't say anyone's name.
Okay.
But you know who you are when you
Michael Dang.
asked it.
Can you do a video about picking up girls and a whole going out and acting on lust? Sometimes I just want to manipulate women, but there's a feeling inside me that tells me it's wrong. I don't know what's the best mentality to help me on this.
I love his honesty.
I know.
I was gonna be angry, and then I'm like, well, he's very honest.
I know. Yeah, he was honest. So how do you feel about manipulation, Casey? And as far as manipulation goes,
God,
like, when do you nip it in the butt? When do you realize when they've already started bullshitting you and they start trying to manipulate you? And how does it even happen to where
There's
you?
a lot of questions.
How do you?
Ask me in one sitting.
How do you even give a fuck to lie enough to yourself to be like?
I think these are all questions he needs to ask.
He's telling the truth. Yeah, no, definitely. I just feel
Right?
like, yeah, like I guess it always comes down to yourself. So you be like,
Yeah.
I'll be manipulating myself to believe that I like these chicks.
So it's really you. Like, you gotta look in the mirror. And be
I'm tricking myself to think I'm even interested.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's all manipulation in your mind.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Just vampiring yourself. Just raping the
Manipulation
body.
woman is not okay though. Not
Well,
not a
manipulate-
happy
yeah.
person for manipulating.
You're just
women.
asking for it to happen back.
Yeah,
You know.
really. It's really just gonna come
And
back.
it comes back in the worst way where you're like, oh,
10 times worse.
I wasn't even prepared for that way.
10 times worse than how
and
you
then,
did it.
then after that, then you're 10 times worse to all the female or all the people after that, and then the cycle repeats.
So
that's it. That was the Q&A. If y'all got some cool things you want us to answer, that's all I got. I only had one question because that was like a day ago.
yeah. Well, we'll be doing a part 2 to this, so you can comment down below some more questions.
That's what they can do. That's what they can do.
Or like Instagram. You got our Instagrams and
Jesus
things.
Christ
I have
19.
it all linked and stuff.
click
Technology.
the little box, John.
Here's 2014.
The little box, John,
and people
right
are
here.
doing this.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, we'll see you, I guess, in the next Q&A. Leave your comments.
Go fuck yourself.